Also, I'm live on YouTube now. Now I need to get my business page up and running. Give me one moment. Oops, that didn't work. How are you guys? Hey Maura, hey Ducky, hey Janice, how are you? Good morning. Thank you for the great reads last night. I had a lot of fun. That was fun. Kicking the pants. I can't believe we were on for 2 hours. Ducky, when I was saying to you that it was midnight, it was actually 11 o'clock. My clock on my computer's off by an hour for some reason. So I thought it was later than it was, but still 11's late for me. So I was so surprised. One moment. Now, let me just get that going. All right, so we have the business page posted, we have YouTube going, we have Facebook going, so we're seeming to be going this morning. Last night was a lot of fun. I did what I called, as a sort of little joke, a tarot pop-up, where I just kind of got online randomly and saw who showed up and gave out a couple of full readings to people. It was a little bit bonkers, the energy, just because, the 2 different screens and trying to keep up with the comments and all of that. And when I'm doing a full reading of like 5 or 6 cards, 8 cards, it's not always easy to keep up with what everybody's saying and watching the side conversations and keep attention on the reading. So I feel like the reading does suffer a little bit. In thinking about that last night, I may stick to these tarot pop-up nights as being maybe single card or 3 card spreads, which are smaller, easier, more concise, in delivery. Excuse me. So that the person that I'm reading gets, a bit of attention. I know that people enjoyed them, and there seemed to be a good response. But for me, it was a little difficult, just because it felt like there was a lot going on. So until I maybe either get better at it or what, we'll see. But we are working on finessing it so that it's something that is pleasurable for everybody involved, wherever you're watching, either from Facebook or from YouTube. The tarot pop-ups, though, I think I want to have them happen on YouTube, just because I like the camera better on YouTube. I also like that the chat box is off to the side. It's a bit cleaner, and I can't chat with you guys in the chat here on Facebook because I can't type because my phone is being held up by a stand. So everything's being run from Facebook off of my phone, which is a very tiny screen, so it's a little bit more complicated. Good morning, Kira Phillips. I see your hello there. Good morning, Karen Albano. And thank you again. And she says, thank you again for the reading. May I still PM you? Yes, you may. The links to my business page on Facebook are there. That's really the best place to personal message me. If you need to use my personal page, you can do that there too. But sometimes when we're not friends, it goes into my unknown folder or whatever, and I may not see it. So the best place to message me would be the Facebook business page, just to get a hold of me, and I see it right away. So that's that. That's the news for that. We got a fair amount of new subscribers. Good morning, Sherry. How are you? We got a fair amount of subscribers last night. I think I got up to 32 or 33 subscribers on YouTube, which made me feel very loved and pleased, and I'm happy to see that that's happening. I have a feeling, my gut is telling me that YouTube is going to be a great venue for this. I'm just still figuring out the kinks. I have figured out there's a way in the editor to tag the videos put in like tag tarot, tag reading, tag psychic, blah, blah, blah. And I need to go back and do all of that. And I also have figured out how to put a subscribe button down in the bottom corner of the screen. I just forgot to do it last night after the reading, after the video was run. So I need to go back and do that for yesterday's pop-up tarot video, and I'll do it again for this morning's. So it's a little bit easier for people to subscribe. Please like, share, and post this video anywhere that you think it would benefit people. What I mean by that is, I mean, with YouTube, I think you guys can like and share this out onto the interweb anywhere, I believe, and that's okay. Like your Instagrams, your Reddits, your Tinders, your Tinders. It's not Tinder. What am I thinking of? What's the other one? Oh God, I'm so brain dead this morning. It's not Tinder. I feel like it starts with a T, but I can't think of it. Toolbox. No, that's not it. It's anyways, just like and share it wherever you can, wherever you think it'd be useful, wherever you think people would benefit from it. As far as the people on Facebook, please like and share it in places like Lightworkers live feeds, groups where you think that it would be allowed. There's a lot of groups with a lot of different rules. Please don't share it anywhere where it would be breaking the rules or offending people, because I'm certainly not about doing that. It appears as though I got put in Facebook jail last week. It was released on the 30th of March. I pulled myself out of a few groups that I think I might have been breaking their rules by posting, but I don't want to go through that again. And that's actually what's prompted me to move over to YouTube, because I think YouTube's just going to be an easier venue where people can find me once a day and at night, and still use the business page on Facebook. But we'll see. It's all going to finesse itself out as we go. I really believe that. Good morning, Bree or Joseph. I see you. I hope I'm still seeing you on April 8th. I think you're coming to visit me. I'm excited about that. I keep thinking about that every day. And the spare room, the bed, I just did all the bedding on it and made the bed in anticipation of your arrival. And you're going to get the room with the door, girl. Every time you've come, somebody's been sleeping in that other bedroom, and this time there won't be anybody. So you'll actually get your own room with your own door this time. So that's pretty exciting. Moving on up like the Jeffersons. So what I do for those of you that are new, and I don't know if any of you guys are YouTubers and you know how to share YouTube videos on YouTube to get other YouTubers to watch me, please feel free to do so. I would love that. Tag it under tarot, reading, psychic, guidance, spiritual, insight. These are all good tags to kind of lead people to this video, hopefully. Engelgeist, Engelgeist. Also use that as a tag to get that out there and create a presence around that. Somebody uses it. There's some weird, like German industrial band that uses that. I've researched it online, and it seems like I'm the only one. And then there's this weird something German, I think it's like death rock or something band, but whatever. I'll share it with them. I don't care. There's some like remix of Engelgeist with Britney Spears or some weird shit online about it. So I think I'm, but do tag those things and share them if you can. Good morning, Christelle Sagan. Hello. Hey, Pat. How are you? I hope you slept well. So what I do every day, I do have a reading coming up at 9 o'clock this morning, my time, so I have to kind of hurry today. What I do every day throughout the week, Sundays, I do a 3-card spread for the entire week, each card representing maybe the first 2 or 3 days of the week. And that way there's a variance there for everybody to sort of relate to the reading. And then as the week progresses, I do a single card each morning for that day to kind of give us a little insight into what we might want to be on the lookout for, how we may want to react to the day, what we might be needing to expect from the day. So today is Tuesday, April 2nd. I'm going to shuffle the cards, and we're going to pull a card for today to look at the energy of today. Okay, so just give me one moment, you guys, all right? Thank you. Okay, so for Tuesday, April 2nd, 2019, which is what's going on in my head when I got my eyes shut. I'm trying to concentrate on that day and the energy of that day. There's a little bit of resistance in the card, nothing major. It felt very normal to me. Nothing really stuck out. I don't know if that just means like it's going to be a rather boring or banal day, but there will be work involved today and things that we normally are used to dealing with, but nothing that's like sort of big or huge or, I mean, not to say that some of us aren't drama queens and can make things big and huge, but really, if you look at it for what it is, my feeling on it today and the way that the shuffle went down is, yeah, there's work involved, yeah, there's pressures involved, but it's nothing more major than anything we don't handle on any other given day. It actually feels like today might be a little bit of I wouldn't say easy day, but just a day where there's an opportunity to get a fair amount accomplished in a fairly familiar way, if that makes sense. That sounds like a good way to put it. So let's look at the card that we got for this morning. So the card we got for this morning is the Empress. Nice card to have. It's a seat of power, certainly right out of the gate. It's major arcana, meaning there's going to be a fair amount of energy today for us, I hope, for most of us at least. Those of us that are, feeling that we're not in a seat of power, maybe today would be an opportunity to put ourselves into that seat of power. This card definitely represents that. She's benevolent, she is compassionate, she is loving, she is kind. She is not without her emotions, okay? So I don't want you to think that it's going to be like all smooth sailing and you may not have like emotions or feelings. But to me, this doesn't feel like it's not like there's, let me talk about the emotions that I'm getting from this card. It's not like this is a day rock full of like frustration, anger, resentment. It feels like, if anything, there might be melancholy, sadness, remorse. Those would be the things that might come across us today, but not in such volume that we can't feel as though we can't handle. The Empress is very much in control. She's very much aware. She's very much sort of keeping her space, holding her boundaries, and sort of keeping her life under control, if that makes sense. So that sort of matches up with what I was getting from the shuffle, in the sense that, yeah, there's going to be work today, there's going to be things going on today that we need to deal with, but it's not going to be anything we can't handle. It's not going to be anything we can't master or sort of get done with a fair amount of push on our end, a little bit of work, but nothing too major. I do feel like there's a little bit of like loneliness in this card, and what I mean by that is you may find yourself dealing with the things that you're dealing with on your own. And that's okay, because that's sort of what makes this card the Empress in a way. It's sort of what sets her apart from your common laywoman or layperson, right? It's because she's strong, she's in a seat of power, she has an air of confidence about her, she's clear on her boundaries, and she sort of like keeps those boundaries very clear. I am going to also say too that there is something on the horizon for us. There's a potential problem for some of us, or maybe for all of us. There's something that we're worried about, but with this Empress card, we're able to put it to the horizon. We're able to put it out away from us and go, okay, I can deal with that maybe tomorrow or next week. I don't have to deal with it right now. I like where I'm at right now. I like how I feel right now. I want to keep this going, this feeling going, this sort of security going. I'm going to get done what's right in front of me. She's very stable feeling, right? So holding on to that stabilization throughout the day is going to be key and important, even if the day throws weird, quirky shit at us. But I don't feel like let me just share this card really quick. When I look at this card, sorry about the glare, guys, that surrounding area to me doesn't look like a whole lot is coming at us today. It looks more like it's similar stuff that we're used to, things that don't necessarily surprise us or cause us a lot of grief. So I feel like, if anything, what's going to cause us grief, and not even really grief, but what's going to maybe come up for us during today while we're trying to maintain and keep our boundaries, keep grounded, and just keep everything rolling status quo, might be some emotional stuff, might be some sadness, might be some remorse, might be some just melancholy, things of that nature that maybe were lurking in the background. This is a good time now to sort of release some of those feelings and emotions, because even though we're dealing with what's going on in our day, and it's fairly normal and it is requiring a little bit of work, we are able to have that space. It's a safe enough space with this Empress card being in place that we can allow ourselves that opportunity to kind of feel it in bits and pieces throughout the day and sort of release it a little bit. The other day I was talking about that frog story and how frog calls in the rains and the tears, it's the rules water, and tears are the cleansers of the soul. I feel like this card has a little bit of that going on in it, in the sense that, so sometimes when we find opportunities to sort of just slow down and get in touch with how we're feeling. Good morning, Nancy. Hey, Ashley Deardorff, how are you? Good morning, Laura Purcell, Crystal Sagan. By the way, anybody on Facebook that's watching right now, if you haven't noticed, pinned in the description of the video, I have a new YouTube channel. Please like it and subscribe to it. I'm trying to get it going over there. I would like to move my readings and stuff to YouTube if at all possible. Good morning, Anna. So with this card, I feel like and all of this, I gotta say this too, all of this activity that we're doing and all of this sort of space that we're holding for ourselves right now is really allowing us to have a sense of peace and really sort of solidifying ourselves in our environment, in our day-to-day world, and putting us in a place of in a seat more of power than of like a victim, let's say. Okay, victim's kind of a strong word, but it's what comes to mind right now. So let's remind ourselves of that. Stay sort of in that seat of like, okay, I've got this, like, this isn't nothing new. This is, it might be not fun, or annoying, or I maybe don't want to deal with it right now, but I can, and I will, and we'll be fine. And I let it in as much as I need to get the job accomplished and done. Now, the Empress showing up today, it's funny. Yesterday was the Universe, and today is the Empress. So I'm going to say both are major arcana cards. So I feel like it's going to be a heady, I'm not trying to predict too much into the rest of the week because we'll see how the cards play out. But I feel like there is a fair amount of energy leading off the week, just because major arcana cards usually pack a punch. They have a little bit more push energetically. So it's interesting that Monday we had the Universe, which was sort of feeling a little stuck, a little bit overburdened with a lot of different options. And the Empress is definitely more about probably getting a little bit more unstuck, getting a little bit more clarity on those options. The options begin to fall away, and the answer of what it is that we do want, that the Universe was presenting to us maybe yesterday, is becoming more and more clear, and we're understanding that we are more and more deserving of it because we are in the seat of power as the Empress, okay? I'm going to correlate it back to Sunday's reading too, like I did with yesterday's Universe card. Sunday's card, because we're 2 days now into the week, or 3 days now into the week from Sunday, and our second card for that reading was the Nine of Crystals, which was narrowness, and that was something that we were supposed to sort of kind of look out for by Tuesday or Wednesday. I have a feeling that this narrowness card is maybe going to seep in a little bit tomorrow, because this Empress card to me feels in conjunction or in resistance to that. She feels very calm, cool, collected, in charge, getting clear on making the decisions that, good morning, Carol. Good morning, Karen. She feels more in control and in charge, and has cleared away some of the confusion that maybe we kicked off with at the beginning of the week, to kind of make a decision. Is she fully moving forward? I would say not yet. She's sort of like trying to keep the status quo, keep everything calm, get done what's right in front of her, and then move forward. So this Nine of Crystals, this narrowness, which was definitely midweek card. So that could be starting as early as Tuesday, running into Wednesday, maybe even around Thursday for some of us. I feel like there is possibility for that still. But if we stay in this Empress position, or we hold ourselves with this Empress position, and we kind of keep ourselves in a place of good, strong, healthy boundaries, acknowledging our emotions and acknowledging our capabilities and what we're good at, and how well we handle ourselves, holding a high esteem for ourselves, it's going to sort of help to counterbalance some of that narrowness energy that might be sort of, I don't know if it's coming in today. I don't feel like it is because this Empress card doesn't feel like it is. It could be reaching us by tomorrow. I feel like I'm doing a weather forecast. Psychic weather forecast with Dan Geist. Anyways, so, and I want to say this too. There is a sense of peace today. So enjoy that. I'm not saying the day is going to be completely smooth and easy, but you can find moments of peace and understanding of your personal power in the world and where you fit, and how well you do it and how capable you are at it. So enjoy that and like that. Relish in that. Try and find moments in the day to pause and look back and see if you do see the energy of the Empress. If you're not seeing the energy of the Empress, or you are getting a little bit lost in your emotions or in the stressors of the day, or your beliefs are telling you, oh my God, I can't do this. Oh my God, I had to deal with this yesterday. Oh my God, and it starts getting that way for you, stop and reflect upon the card, the Empress. Stop and reflect and go, no, wait a second. I am in control. I'm a benevolent, loving, intuitive, strong, powerful woman. Yes, men, so are you too. It's okay to say it. Honor your feminine side. And recenter yourself into this energy, because this energy feels like it could definitely take hold today if it hasn't already. And it can really serve us today, because the Empress loves to be served, right? She's an Empress. She is royalty, people. So, and so are you. You're all royalty too, quite frankly. So treat yourself as such going into the day. Now, that doesn't mean get a big head and be totally bitchy to everybody and sit on a throne and go off with your head. Be benevolent, be loving, but most of all, be benevolent and loving and kind to yourself. Okay? I think that's a really good place to leave off. So I'm going to let you guys go this morning, because I do have to go and clear out and get ready for my next reading. I have a reading at 9 a.m. for a friend of mine in California, and I need to go do that. If anybody's interested in booking a private reading, my contact information is pinned on Facebook. It's pinned in the live video description. So you can find links to both my YouTube channel, my business page, even my personal page, and you can email me, private message me at those places to inquire information about booking a private reading. As far as Facebook, there's links in the About page, About Me, that will lead you to the same places. My Facebook business page, my personal my personal Facebook page, and then also my business page out on the web. I do have a business page that I created 4 or 5 years ago. I don't really use it very much. It's kind of outdated, and it's I don't get a lot of, I get traffic on it, but I think it's bot traffic. I don't get a lot of emails from it because it's just sort of sitting out there in the world, but it's there. But it's not really the best way to get in contact with me. I keep it because I want to keep the presence out there on the internet with the name and that sort of stuff, in case, I need to hold on to that domain name at some point. So the best ways to really do this are to find me through social media. I think you can message me at YouTube too. I'm just not super familiar with the platform yet to know. So, like I said, if you're interested in getting a personal reading, you can certainly reach out to me and ask any questions. And just to give you a little insight into that, personal readings are usually about an hour. They're done over the phone or over Facebook video, so we can see each other and talk back and forth. I love that aspect of the reading. They're payable through PayPal. That's how I accept payment. So you would need to have a PayPal account. But it's a very easy process. You would essentially inquire about a reading. I would give you the PayPal link. And I think actually the link might be included in my About section on YouTube and in my Facebook video information. So if you just go to the PayPal link, readings are $40 for an hour. You make the payment and then message me and let me know that you've made it. At that point in time, we then pick a date and time. We sort out time zones, because I read people not only all over the United States, but Canada. I've done readings for people in Europe. I've done readings for people in even the Middle East, Australia. So, and those can be kind of complicated as far as figuring out the time zone and what works for everybody. Once we figure that out, then we set up that time, and then we get on the phone and we do our gig. So I love doing the work. I love meeting new people. I love helping them. I love helping to assist or facilitate them in finding their answers and their validation, and that's why I'm here. So, and by doing so, you guys give me a little bit more of my answers and my validation. So it's like kind of a full circle thing. So thank you. I hope you guys go in today, Tuesday, the 2nd of April, feeling like the Empress, feeling in control, feeling grounded, feeling intuitive, and being able to trust that and protect that and keep boundaries around that and really just shine, because you're golden. You really are. All right, I'm gonna go. Thank you to all of you. Please continue to like and post these videos, even on both platforms. You never know who will see them. The intention when I shuffle the cards is to not only have the reading make sense to those that are in the groups watching them live, but also anybody that may come across the video throughout the day. Okay, so it helps those people too. You're welcome, Ducky. You're welcome, Carol. Thank you, Pat. You are loved. I'm hoping to book with you this week, Karen. Yeah, Karen, just reach out whenever you're ready. And I will talk to you guys all very, very soon. The other thing too, and I know that Ducky knows this, in Ducky's crew, there's Angel and Ducky and all of them, they know Reddit. And I don't know Reddit at all. Reddit kind of really scares me. But if any of this stuff can be shared to Reddit, please do. What's the other one? It's not Tinder. I can't think of the name of it. It's going to drive me nuts now. It's kind of like, I feel like it's, aside from MySpace, MySpace is like sort of the real bastard child of social media. There's another one that's called like, I can't remember. Anyways, have a great day, you guys. I will talk to you soon. Not Bumble. No, Bumble's like more dating, not Twitter. And you can share this stuff to Twitter. I don't know Twitter either at all. But just share it with addresses and stuff so that it directs them to these two platforms. Not Snapchat. I don't do Snapchat either. Dig Dug? No, that was a game. I can't remember. It's really a weird one. But not Instagram. I know Instagram, but I don't use Instagram. I probably need to open an Instagram account next. That will be the next thing. But I'm trying to just get like to a place of comfort with these two. Where I feel like I know what I'm doing. I feel like I know what I'm posting. I feel like I'm getting it correct every morning. Like even right now, I'm not even sure that I've gotten it completely correct. Tumblr, thank you. We have a winner. Pat's the winner, Tumblr. That's the one that feels like it's sort of, I don't really know much about it. It's been around for a long time. I know some people use it. I'm not exactly sure who. But if these videos can be shared to those places, please do so, just as long as you're not breaking any rules or offending anybody. And anybody that's watching this or watching me for the first time, please like and share and subscribe, and feel free to message me. I'm happy to answer any questions you may have about readings. I am going to say this, though. This is my business that I work very hard at trying to build. So these readings are paid. I do get a fair amount of emails or questions saying, can you help me? Or my daughter needs this. And I wish I could help everybody, but I also have to help myself before I can help anybody else. So I don't necessarily, I'm not always open to doing free readings. Every once in a while when I'm drawn, I will. But generally the pop-up videos on YouTube are going to be for that. These morning draws for the week are for that. That's where I do sort of my charitable service. So that's for the newcomers and those that don't really know me or might be tuning in and wondering, and then want to reach out to me and say, oh, please give me something for free. I don't mind you asking. It doesn't upset me. What does bother me or makes me feel uncomfortable is having to say no. And that's just because if I said yes to everybody who asked, I'd have no time to myself and I would be extremely drained. So there's a lot of people out there that are looking for free stuff. To me, I look at it like this. I said this the other day. Would you walk into a hair salon and say, hey, will you cut my hair, please, for free? It is a service. And if you don't believe it's a service or that you don't believe it's worth paying for, then it's probably not a service that you really need or require. That's just my feeling on it. I mean, I wouldn't walk into a dentist's office and say, hey, can you fix this for free? Or a doctor. And I'm not trying to equate myself to being a dentist or a doctor. but I do help guide people through their issues and help them to find clarity. And if you really do need clarity, then you feel as though you need help and you connect to me and you feel as though I can help you, I'm more than willing to, but I can't, take on everybody for free. Does that make sense? All right. So I just put that in there because I noticed I've been getting messages from new people, but it's a lot of messaging about, can you do this for free? Can you help me? The other thing I will say too, if people send me a friend request on Facebook, I don't necessarily always friend request and accept. And it's not because I'm a total bitch. It's more because you're gonna knock the internet over, please. My dogs, I swear to God, there's a whole room here. Hold on. Get out from under the cord. Now, go. You're gonna see me and caught up in it. Now go. There's a whole floor for you to lay on, and you choose to lay right on when I see it in my feed, I don't want to, be influenced by it prior to a reading from you. So that's kind of the reason why I don't accept each and every request, because I get a lot of those too after shooting videos and posting them, especially from Facebook. So it's not that I don't want to be your friend, and it's not that I don't want to know you. It's more that I'm trying to keep a professional distance so that when I do get to reading you, I'm actually reading you and not reading what I've seen in your feed. Those of you that I've read, personally already, maybe a time or two, I then feel like, I've established that and I know that I can read. Therefore, we're good to go, and we can become friend connections on that on Facebook. And I don't mind seeing, then I'm not paying attention to what's in the feed so much. Does that make sense? All right. Anyways, that's enough about me. I've got to go. You guys are wonderful. Have a good day. Stay with the Empress today. If things go sideways and get wonky, remind yourself that you are the Empress. You are golden. You have got this. You can stay grounded. You can keep boundaries, and you can get everything and anything accomplished. And it's not going to be that major today. I really don't feel like it is. It's not going to be. I feel like yesterday with the universe card was probably a little bit more overwhelming than today's going to be. Okay, I hope that helps. I love you all. I love that you all tuned in. Thank you so much. Again, share, repost, and have a great day.